All right, we're on hole number 3 of the Monster Marsh tournament. Hole number 3. I love this hole. Hole number 3 is hole number 3. I love this hole. Get up underneath the shadows, give yourself a straight in shot. My goal is to get up underneath the shadows in such a way that when I do the straight in shot, I'm not having to do any side spin. It's a straightforward shot, and I'm adjusting with my backspin. Now here's what's happening to me on this hole. Here's the cup, here's the flag. The last few times I've been here, I've hit perfect, and I've ended up on the back side of the cup. And if you watch the ball trajectory, if you go back and watch, especially in the Scooby account, which was the first qualifying round, you go back and watch the ball guide, the ball came in like this, and it came, and then by the time it came to rest, it was directly on the other side of the hole. And so what that tells me is that I have a distance issue. Okay? It's not necessarily a wind issue, it's a distance issue because the ball is coming in correctly, but I'm actually blowing through the drop. And if you play golf for real, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes you'll putt it too fast and it'll actually blow through the break in the course. So the course is trying to break to the left and I'm actually going so fast that I'm breaking through it. I'm not ending up really far behind the hole, but I'm ending up far enough that by the time the ball finally comes to a slowdown where gravity takes hold and it starts following the terrain of the green, I'm ending up right behind it. So what I want to do this time is I either want to put on a little more backspin so that my ball guide is just a little short of the cup. Like instead of my ball guide going through the cup where my ball guide ends over here, I'm actually going to make it so my ball guide's a little short. And I don't care on this shot if I end up short. So if I ended up coming to a stop here and I ended up shorting the hole, I'm okay with that. What I'm doing is artillery here. I know if I don't do that, it's going to end up on the other side and I think it's going too fast. So I'm going to dial this in to see how much backspin I have to put on to achieve my goal. And once I get my distance down, then I can start focusing on any kind of wind adjustments. So in this hole right here, just like in one-on-one play, I'm going to bring sniper in a QB. I want to bring my accurate bag. And in one-on-one play, you can play this with a Marlin, but it's easier to get underneath those shadows with a Quasar because it's got more side spin. But in tournament play, definitely want to bring a 3 side spin ball. It'll get you farther out there and it'll get you more underneath the trees. A lot of times in tournament play, I'll play this hole with a Kingmaker because it'll help me out. It gives me more distance on the drive. That's really not playing a factor because it's kind of a layup shot, but it'll cut the wind down on the second drive, on the second shot. And I may switch to a Kingmaker, but the Katana's more than enough. I don't know that I have, do I have? Let's see. And I think the turkey ball doesn't have enough side spin. Yeah, that's the deal. And we really want that side spin. I don't think I have any 2 power balls that have 3 side spin. They must have come out with a ball that's got 2 power and 3 side spin, but I don't know what it is. I think they did. I'll have to go through and look at the thing and see what balls have that. So if you have a low wind, 3 side spin, 2 power ball, that'll work fine. But my goal is to get into these shadows or get right there so that I have a straight in shot to the green. Any of these shots out here are going to work, but if you really want to get technical with your shot, so you're trying to put yourself in the absolute perfect position, getting over here by these shadows is a better area to be in. And I'm not a fan of hitting over here for several reasons. Number one, they're using the wind to get them over. And they're using overpower. So, like, where's the ball going to end up on the back side there? And what happens in the next round when you only have a 2-mile-an-hour wind? And you could get to that same exact spot right there by bringing out your QB and not having to do any overpower at all and bouncing off this island. Okay, so you can see where the course rolls off on my clear ring there, how it's rolling off. I want to be 3 rings off of that. Okay, it's 3.6. That's 3.5 rings. 100% accurate club, 1 per ring. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. I'm working myself up to the shadows underneath the trees. So I have a straight in shot now. I don't have to put on any side spin. And if I do put on any side spin, it'll be extremely minimal. You wouldn't have to put on any side spin depending on how you set the shot up. I like to be about 3 rings off of this surface out here, and that gives me a nice straight in shot. So the closer you get to that rough, the less side spin you can put on. But I always like to be a minimum of 2. Look how close they are. If they hit that ball great to the left, it's in the rough. And you have a shot right here where you have all kinds of side spin on your ball, and you're going to put it so that you no longer have a great to the left as part of your shot setup. So if they hit a great to the right or perfect, it's going to go in a forward direction if they make a proper wind adjustment. But if they hit a shot great to the left, it's in the rough. Why would you do that to yourself? Always be at least a couple rings off of any transitional surface so that if you hit a great to the left or the right, the ball is still going to go forward and still going to end up in the fairway. Now luckily our opponent hit perfect, but watch how close it is. And that is close. And they didn't need to be that close. They had plenty of room and plenty of ball and plenty of side spin and all that stuff to be able to still work themselves to the hole, and they could have gave themselves a better shot. So when you look at shot setup, it's really important. Let's get into the spot we want. So there's Max. Blue ring off, and we're going to go straight at it. I'm putting a little bit more backspin on because I'm trying to end up a little short of the hole with the drop right there. I'm going right at the hole. So 3.9, that's 3.9 rings, so that's right at about a 4 ring pool. I want to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Give myself a look at it. Get in the hole! A little bit to the right, so I like the distance there, so that pulling it back a little bit is definitely helping. But look where I'm at. I'm right straight in line on the backside of the hole, so it broke right there at the very end and dropped to the left. So I'll go back and look at that shot as far as like where I set it up, and I'm going to put on, what I'm going to do next time I come to this hole is I'm going to look at where my backspin was, and I'm either going to add on just like a quarter more backspin, or I'm probably going to add on a little bit more backspin and take that shot because I want my ball to end up its travel right at the cup. And then I know if I need to make some type of a wind adjustment. But I really like my odds of getting a hole-in-one on this hole, or excuse me, not a hole-in-one, but an Albie on this hole as the week goes on. I like that hole. That's a definite Albie type hole for me, and I will get that hole dialed in and end up in the cup before the end of the week. I really like my chances on that hole. And what I like is I'm putting myself in the perfect spot. So the setup shot, the layup shot there is perfect. So now it's just a matter of working that drive to get it into the cup. All right, that was hole number 3 of the Monster Marsh tournament and Wednesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.